You know, that whole process of making professional marketing graphics, it can be just deeply frustrating sometimes, can it?
Oh, it really can. It's like, you need that consistent content, right?
Mm-hmm.
For social media, for ads.
Mm-hmm.
But then you actually sit down and you end up spending maybe an hour just wrestling with a design tool.
Yeah, just trying to remember the hex code for that one specific blue.
Exactly. Or what was the exact font name for the body text again? It's tedious, breaks the flow.
Absolutely. And that whole struggle, that manual effort to keep things looking cohesive,
Hmm.
well, that's exactly why we need to talk about Pomelli today.
Right?
This is Google's new AI experiment. It's free, and it basically promises to just eliminate that pain. We're talking seconds, not hours.
Yeah, welcome to the deep dive, everyone. Our mission today is really to unpack this specific tool from Google Labs, Pomelli,
Mm-hmm.
because it's claiming to generate these professional, visually consistent graphics just by, well, scanning your website.
So we're going to cover this properly. First up, we'll define what makes Pomelli different, this intelligence-first idea.
Yeah, and specifically its core feature, what they're calling the business DNA.
Then we'll walk through the actual workflow. It's surprisingly simple, just 3 steps from putting in a web address to getting finished campaign assets.
And finally, we got to do the reality check, right?
Right.
We need to look honestly at the limitations
Definitely.
and figure out why the verdict seems to be you use this alongside something like Canva, not instead of it.
Okay, let's get into it then. So Pomelli, it's one of these Google Labs experiments focused on AI creating content.
And the big hook, maybe why everyone's curious right now, is that it's totally free.
Yeah, free is always interesting.
But what's really fascinating, I think, is how it flips the script on design tools.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, Photoshop, Canva, Figma.
Mm-hmm. Blank canvas.
Right. You start with nothing. You have to bring everything in, your logos, your colors, your fonts. You're doing all the setup.
You're the conductor, basically.
Exactly. Pomelli, though, it takes this intelligence-first approach, as they call it.
Okay.
It insists on studying your brand first, understanding your style before it even thinks about generating a graphic.
And that's where the magic seems to happen. It scans your actual website.
Your live site.
Yeah, identifies your exact colors, your fonts, the whole visual vibe, without you manually inputting that stuff.
Right.
And then it uses all that info to instantly create things that already look like your brand. It's kind of like having a super fast junior designer on staff.
Who works for free.
Who works for free, yeah. It just gets your visual identity almost instantly.
Which means, no more digging through old emails to find that specific hex code.
So if it's building this whole brand profile automatically, what exactly is the AI looking at when it scans a site? How does it build that intelligence?
It's looking under the hood, basically. It checks out the CSS, that's the code dictating colors and styles.
Okay.
It analyzes the images on your site, scans the text, and from that, it pulls out the colors, the fonts, finds representative images. And this is pretty cool. It even tries to figure out the tone of voice from your writing.
So just to clarify that probing question.
Yeah.
What exactly does the AI analyze from a website to build that brand profile?
It gets into the CSS, images, and text to pull out colors, fonts, and, yeah, even the tone of voice.
Okay, that level of detail really brings us to the heart of it. This business DNA. This is step 1, and it sounds like it defines everything else the tool does.
Yeah, this business DNA thing, it's probably the most unique part of Pomelli. It's this big brand profile.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets created automatically just by you typing in your website address.
Right.
Like, you put in mycoolshop.com, and it kicks off.
And here's maybe the first big win you notice. The interface might say, oh, this will take 10 minutes.
Right.
But the reports we looked at, people testing it, found it was done in like 90 seconds.
Yeah, that speed is kind of key, isn't it? That quick feedback.
Definitely a psychological boost. Wow, that was fast.
So it grabs the technical stuff, right? Your whole color palette from the CSS, the specific fonts for headings and body text.
Okay.
But then it adds that creative layer on top.
Right, like curating images it finds, product shots, maybe logo variations.
Exactly. And it does that brand voice analysis you mentioned. It spits out these tags like inspirational or expert-driven or maybe empathetic.
So it tries to define your communication style for its own AI copywriting later.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The automatic extraction is great, but refinement is super important. This is what we're calling the 15-minute rule.
Okay, explain that.
You, the user, You have full control to tweak this DNA profile it generates.
So you're not stuck with the first draft?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You might go in and say, okay, AI, don't use these images, like maybe some low-res guarantee badge or a random screenshot from a testimonial.
Stuff that's on the site but shouldn't be in an ad?
Precisely. Or maybe the AI grabs an old logo, you can delete that and upload your proper high-res logo files.
Makes sense.
And you can edit those tone tags, too, if you feel like the AI kind of misunderstood your voice.
So, quick clarifying question then. Does this automated system actually give you usable results right away for marketing teams?
Yeah, pretty much. Once that DNA is set, boom, it generates 4 to 6 graphics that are visually cohesive.
Okay, back to that refinement then. The sources suggest the technical stuff, colors, fonts, it gets that surprisingly right most of the time.
Yeah, the feedback is the technical extraction is pretty solid. The refinement is more about curating the creative bits.
Got it. Logos, images, maybe tweaking the voice tag.
Exactly. And spending just, 10 or 15 minutes cleaning that DNA up, it leads to way better, more consistent graphics from the AI down the line. It's worth the effort.
So that short upfront investment basically takes it from being just a cool tech demo to something genuinely useful.
Totally. And that speed, that immediate generation, leads right into the next step. Step 2 is generating campaign ideas.
Okay.
So now Pomelli acts like a mini marketing assistant. Based on what it learned from your site, it suggests campaign angles.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, if you're a tech company, maybe it suggests AI isn't coming. It's here. Or for, say, an apparel brand, maybe ideas for a seasonal launch.
Okay, so it gives you starting points for messaging.
Yeah. And then step 3 is the creation part. This is kind of the wow moment.
Yeah.
You pick one of those angles, and Bam Pomelli instantly generates, say, 4 to 6 initial graphics. And they're already using your colors, your fonts, your images, even trying to match the messaging tone.
100% style align from the get-go.
Exactly. Now, where this gets really interesting, especially for some listeners, is the e-commerce use case.
Oh, yeah.
If you give Pomelli a URL from Shopify or WooCommerce,
Okay.
the business DNA scan actually goes and automatically extracts all your product images.
Yeah.
And it categorizes them.
Whoa. Okay, wait. So if you have like hundreds of products?
Yeah. Imagine scaling that up. This enables what the source called rapid product promotion.
Right. Instead of someone spending ages cropping, resizing, adding logos.
Exactly. You could potentially create, say, 10 different consistent ads for a brand new product in just a few minutes.
Wow. That really changes the bottleneck, doesn't it? I mean, you could generate a month's worth of product-focused social posts.
Seriously, 100 different on-brand product graphics, maybe in an afternoon. That potential for scale, that's kind of a moment of wonder, especially if you've ever managed a big e-commerce site.
Yeah, no kidding. And because the style is already locked in, iterating should be easier too.
Right. You can tweak things, tell it you need specific sizes, like square for Instagram feed or a portrait 4.5 for stories. And you can give it specific instructions like, make this feel urgent, it's the last 48 hours of the sale.
And it keeps everything organized.
Yeah. All the graphics for one campaign, let's call it Black Friday 2025, they're all saved together. Makes review and downloading much simpler.
Okay, this sounds powerful, especially for that single brand focus. So, probing question. Given that power and speed, what's the biggest headache for someone trying to manage multiple brands with this, like an agency?
It's that restriction we mentioned. Only one business DNA profile per Google account. You either have to reset everything or juggle separate logins.
Mid-roll sponsor placeholder.
All right, so let's do that reality check. Pomelli's fast, it's smart, it's free, but it definitely has some big constraints.
Yeah, nothing's perfect, especially experimental tools.
Right. We already touched on the first one. That one brand restriction. If you want to work on brand B after setting up brand A.
You have to hit the big red reset button.
Pretty much. And doing that deletes all the campaigns and work you did for brand A. Poof. Gone.
Okay, that's a significant organizational pain, like the source said.
Big time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an agency or a freelancer. Juggling multiple Google accounts or constantly nuking your past work just to switch clients. That's tough.
Seems like a major hurdle for that use case. What's the other big limitation?
The other one is maybe even more crucial for designers, limited creative control. We kind of nicknamed this the Canva problem. Meaning you gain all that speed, but you lose the ability to get in there and nudge pixels around.
Okay, so what can you control?
You can change the headline text, right? You can swap between different layout options the AI suggests.
Right.
But here's what you can't do, and this is where people who care about details might start to twitch a little.
Uh-oh.
You cannot crop or reframe the image the AI chooses. If it puts your product photo in, You can't zoom in or shift it slightly.
Okay, no positioning adjustments.
Nope. And critically, you can't change the color of just one specific thing. Like, you want to make one word in your headline pop by making it red.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
The AI controls the overall style.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself using some of these generative tools. And yeah, that lack of microcontrol, not being able to just nudge something 10 pixels left, that would drive anyone with a design background or just anyone detail-oriented absolutely crazy, it feels like. Like you've only got a sledgehammer when sometimes you need tweezers.
Exactly. Get the AI's final output, take it or leave it. No layers, no granular adjustments.
So, okay, that brings us to the big comparison. Pomelli versus Canva, or Photoshop, or whatever tool people are using now. Is Pomelli the replacement?
The sources are pretty clear on this, no.
Yes.
They're complementary tools, not direct competitors.
Okay, break that down. Where does Pomelli win?
Pomelli wins, hands down, on speed,
Yeah.
on automatic brand consistency, no more hunting for hex codes.
Right.
Simplicity of use, definitely. And obviously, costs free right now.
And where does Canva, or similar tools, win?
Control. Pixel-perfect creative control. Much deeper features, templates, animation, video, all that stuff. And flexibility, especially for collaborating with a team. Canva's built for that.
So the practical advice is use both.
Yeah, exactly. Use them in a hybrid workflow. Think of Pomelli as your super fast idea generator.
Okay.
Let it spit out, say, 10 different on-brand layouts for your concept in like 2 minutes.
Which would take ages manually.
Right. Then you look at those 10 ideas, pick the best 2 or 3 that really nailed the message. And then you recreate those winning designs in Canva or Figma or whatever your tool of choice is. That's where you apply that final 10% of polish. Make those precise tweaks.
So Pomelli saves you the 80% of the upfront grunt work, the concepting.
Exactly. Frees you up for the high-value refinement.
Interesting. So another probing question then. If generating pretty good, visually consistent designs is now basically automated and free, what's the new challenge for marketers? Where should their focus shift?
Yeah, the challenge moves away from basic design execution and squarely onto creating unique, compelling content and messaging. Your words, your ideas, that's what has to stand out now.
That's a big shift. So if design quality itself is becoming kind of commoditized by AI, what should, say, a small business owner listening right now actually do differently next week?
Focus your energy on message testing, not pixel pushing.
Okay, let's talk strategy then. Pro tips for using Pomelli effectively.
Yeah, first one, and this ties back to that 15-minute rule. Curate your image library inside the Business DNA tool. Be ruthless.
Don't just accept whatever random images the AI scrapes from your site.
No. Go in there and delete the ugly stuff, the low-res blog headers, the weird guarantee badges that have no place in an ad. Clean your digital kitchen, as the source put it.
Right. Get rid of the junk.
And upload your proper, official, high-resolution logos and product shots. Make sure the AI has good ingredients to work with.
Good advice. What else?
Use the speed for free A/B testing. This is huge.
How so?
Have Pomelli generate graphics for 2 or 3 different campaign angles, different messages. Maybe one is about a productivity fire sale, another is about unlock monetization secrets.
Okay.
See which visuals and which messages seem to resonate more just by looking at them side by side. Do that before you actually spend money running ads. It's free pre-testing.
That's clever, using the generation speed to test the ideas.
Exactly. Now, looking bigger picture, Pomelli seems to signal a pretty major shift, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
It feels like AI moving from just being in assist mode, a co-pilot helping you do the work,
right,
to becoming more like autonomous creation. The AI does the initial generation, and the human steps up to be the creative director, the refiner.
Interesting distinction.
And the implication there is massive. The barrier to entry for creating professional-looking marketing materials. It's basically dropped to near zero.
Wow.
Think about small businesses, nonprofits, solopreneurs, people with tiny or non-existent design budgets. They can now create consistent, decent-looking graphics really quickly.
It really levels the playing field visually.
Big time. Against much larger competitors, potentially.
Okay, so let's try and recap the big idea here for everyone listening. Pomelli seems to automate, maybe 70–80% of that routine marketing graphic work?
Yeah, something like that. Its real value is the speed and that automatic brand consistency you get from the Business DNA feature.
So the final takeaway isn't that it replaces everything, but that it's a really powerful new tool in the toolbox.
Exactly. Use it to free up your valuable human time. Let it
Okay.
handle the bulk generation.
So you can focus on that crucial 20–30% of high-impact design work that really needs human creativity and that pixel-perfect touch.
Precisely.
So maybe a provocative thought to leave everyone with this week. If that baseline of design consistency, of generating good enough graphics is now automated and basically free, how does that change your approach to the actual words, the copywriting, the storytelling?
Yeah. Your message, your unique angle,
Yeah.
that has to be the differentiator now, more than ever.
Oh, for thought.
Definitely. And hey, if you want to dig deeper into, say, the technical bits of how it extracts info or see some visual examples of those control limitations we talked about, check out the original source material.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI taking on design tasks.
Yeah, great discussion. We'll catch you next time.